What is up, guys? Coming at you with my regional profile that just happened this last weekend. Couldn't get that top 8, unfortunately. There was only 140 players, so it was like much harder because you cannot go X2 or nothing. I ended up with an X1 record. The last round I drew. Just got into a super grindy match with a really good branded player, so it was all good. But I still wanted to share this list, Fire King list, because I've been grinding on it and go through some my explanations and the whole overall regional experience, and maybe a little combo at the end, like the nice combo. So let's get into it. For my hand traps, obviously we're playing 3 Ash, probably just like the most standard best one, and it's a fire. So then we play 3 Baylor. Wanted to play these because the rescue ace match, you know, once that turbulence sets 4, it's kind of GG's. It's really hard to play through that. And it was just generic for regionals. I did play Droll just because I was expecting a lot of Fire Kings, and this helps you like stop the whole Fire King Snake Eye combo. And it was clutch. Shout out to my opponent who I FTK'd with Droll and Ash, because he was playing branded bystial horus deck, and I ashed his Mseti, then he did Fountain, then he did try to search with the, like he searched with the tip, and then he's like Fountain. I'm like Droll, and he's like, yeah, you got it, bro. I can't play through a Droll and Ash, and it was over, so shout out to him. And then 3 Imperm again for generic negate and to stop turbulence. Really good. I had these. So that's all I played for hand traps. Yeah, so let's get to the actual cards here. Actual deck. Obviously we play the 2 runicks. Don't need more than that, and that's like your broken card. 3 Kieran. This is your bread and butter card that you always send off of runics. And shout out to my boy Oscar, because for some reason I lost a Kieran before the tournament started, and he let me borrow one, so shout out to him. But you go through this guy non-stop. Obviously 3 Ponyx. This is the best normal summon in the deck, and what the card I always want to normal summon, so I just wanted to max out on it. Yep, card's insane. 1 Barong. You don't need this card at all. It literally only came up because it's a fire monster, but I think in the future I would cut it. You don't actually need this if you combo the way I do. I could even see taking this out for another Vada, because I was only playing 1 Arvada again, because this is the card I want to normal summon. I only like this card going second, and this is just like an extra card you can destroy from your deck to reborn a card. So I didn't really ever miss more than this, but in the future I would just take this out for another one of this, just to keep more grind game going, because in the regional I did find myself burning through all the Kierans and ended up needing, like after I burned the Arvada, like needed to summon another way to pop a card to summon a card, and I did definitely needed the second Arvada in those super grind games. And then for the field spells, I just played 2 Island, 2 Sanctuary. Didn't even ever need more than this. I've seen people play 3 of this, but I just found it was way too cloggy. Ended up drawing this, and it was just felt horrible. So I feel like 2 and 2 is like the nice ratio. And this was always sent off of the bystial engine, so it was just a free plus there. Then the 1 Skyburn. You just have to play this because it's a good search target with Geki. And yeah. For the bystial, I played 2 Witch. I probably should have played 3, but 2 was fine. In this deck, your best play is summoning Snake Eye Ash from your deck. That's like your best play, I think. So it gets you into your entire Fire King engine, and I just wanted to maximize that play. So I played 2 of those, and like I said, I should play 3. 3 Wanted. I know a lot of people hate that this card's super expensive, but you have to play it, and it was just godly every time I drew it. I think I won every time I drew this card. It was so good. Only 1 of this. I was playing 2 of this, but it just became like much harder to send a face-up card from the field to your graveyard to use this. So I just cut it down to 1 and put the barong back. And again, like I said, barong came up only because he was a monster to discard because I played 1 for 1. We'll see that later. And it was only good because it was a fire monster. But other than that, I didn't like to pop it and try to search in the standby phase. I felt like I did not want to get sacked by an opponent who drew an Ash Blossom, and then there goes my Kieran. Like, in the combo I do, you add Kieran back to your hand, so you don't ever need to search him. But yeah, that's for the snake guys, and obviously you play the 1 Flamebird and the 1 Ash. Like I said, the best play in the deck is special summon this card from your deck for free. This gets you an entire engine, and yeah, this is the reason why I played this deck, because it was so good. This is everything. So that's it for the engine cards. Couple extra side cards was called by. This card is disgusting, and I wish it was banned. And literally I would lose games because of this, and I would win games because of this. So like the opponent called by my runicks or something, I would lose. I would call by their Ash, they would lose. Like, this card is so disgusting, I hate it. But shout out to the homies that convinced me to play it. It was disgusting. And like I said, I played a 1 for 1 because I just wanted to summon Snake Eye Ash. It was like the most powerful card in my deck. And yep, the card's insane. And then obviously 3 pot, just to try to get into that wanted engine, to try to get into my good cards. Very necessary. So that's it for the deck. 40 cards. Did not want to play more than that because I hate breaking, and I bricked 1 time throughout the whole tournament. That's what did cost me a game 3 versus Cash. It was my only loss. I lost to kashtira, which is crazy. But Fenrir is just really strong against the Fire King cards, or like when I was trying to combo off, like summoning Witch and then using Witch into a Fenrir felt so bad. So I don't know how that deck was strong, but yeah. So for the extra deck, for links, 1 link Kuriboh. This is like the best card. Never felt for an anima because none of my opponents ever played into it, and I never needed an Almirage, although sometimes, like in the worst situations, it did come up an Almirage, like no more summon Valor or no more summon Droll, link it off to Almirage and then start playing. But it's like, that's worst case scenario, and that never came up in the tournament. Link Kuriboh was insane. Then for Link 2s, played IP. Card's godly. This was usually my end board to go into like SP. Played SP. Those were like the basic links. SP was just insane all day. Banish, summon on banish, clearing cards out. Such a, definitely 2 comes up, and I wish I had 2, but I had to make do. The best cards also in the deck are the Charmers. Hida was insane all day. Stealing cards, stealing their runick, summoning it back. Like, stealing anything is insane with this. This one was also super insane. Summoning back their Witch from their grave, and then getting your own Diabellstar engine going, which is so insane. And for the combo, a Heat Leo, or Sunlight Wolf, this is how I add back Kieran, and I'll show you in the later. A Decode Talker. This was usually made it for when like I got hand trapped, and like I could still put 3 bodies on board, including Ponix, and then I would just go into this to try to deep draw a few cards to try to stop my opponent. Really good card. Certain scenarios, like when I was playing against Branded, I made this because I just really wanted to draw into an Ash. And yeah, the card was really good. Then a Celine to go into the access code. Access code is really good for OTKs. Very easy to do. Then my last 2 links I played was an Appaloosa, which is really good against, like, you need it sometimes in certain matchups where they're like using a lot of monster effects. And then this, I just make this straight up. And then my last one was Ambler Whale. This didn't come up as much. Could have been maybe another card, another SP or something, but it was just there. Usually just got banished off Prosperity, to be honest. But in super grind games, I guess you could make this. It was fine. Never really made it, but it was there. That's it for the links. I did play a couple XCs. I played Wunding Girsu because you can make it. Comes good against sending cards that can be destroyed. And I literally only played this to play against like Unchained, because you don't want to destroy nothing. So this into a Zeus was really good. And then I played the one Runick. This guy doesn't come up too often because I always send Sanctuary for like the Bellstar cards. But I did summon it one time against the branded deck to like regek, because he had like a bunch of monsters on board, so I could regeki all the monsters, which was good, I guess. And then I slapped the Typhon on top of it. Speaking of Typhon, card came in clutch a lot of times because you can like clear as much of the board as you can and then just slap this on for the last part, which is awesome. It was very clutch, really good card. And then Zeus I never made once, I think, but again, it's just I only play Zeus and Dingirsu for like the Unchained matchup because it gets so grindy. Because you can't destroy anything, and then they get to destroy everything, and then it's like, God, just a nightmare. So that's the extra deck, and then I'll just show you the side, which I thought was really badly made because I actually didn't play any of the decks I had cards for, besides one, and that was 3 nib for the Unchained matchup because it's really hard on the Fire King deck. Even though their deck is hit and it's inconsistent, like they can just grind so good. So I just wanted like a nib, you know, and it was good against heroes too. And then 3 Ghost Bell, definitely needed for the lab matchups. I didn't play any of them, but this was just good in case also people played Soul Release versus me. I was just had these going first. And yeah, it's good against Fire King, really good card. And then I was expecting a lot of Fire King, so I decided to play the Soul Releases. I didn't see one Fire King player, which is crazy, so these were just dead. I wish, in hindsight, these probably should have been evenlies. Evenlies would have been really good versus that kashtira deck. And yeah, I just was kind of scared because of the Fire King deck was everywhere, but it's a regional. I didn't play it, which was crazy. And then more lab hate, back row hate, rescue ace hate. Blow out their back row cards, like Harpies, Lightning Storms. And then I played 3 Cosmics for the mirror match, Fire King, and in case Centurion was running around. I felt like these were like, would have helped me out because I just played so many hand traps in my main deck already. Like, I hardly had to side in cards because the hand traps are just good enough. So that was the deck list. Ended up getting 12th, unfortunately, because I really wanted to get that top 8. We're grinding so hard for this event. And yeah, shout out to all the homies that were there. Shout out to everyone that topped. They were really good. Shout out to homie Milo because he topped. Ben, he topped. So we had a couple Utahns top, which was awesome. And yeah, I mean, the meta was crazy. Alright guys, and in this part we're going to show you the crazy combo like it always did. So you're going to need Wanted and a card to discard. So activate Wanted, discard Pot. Go ahead and grab your, you discard Pot off of Witch. And then Witch effect. Go ahead and get the thing, use it to send. Then go ahead and summon the Snake Guy. Snake Eye searches you with Ponyx. You can almost summon Ponyx to get your Sanctuary, to get your field spell. Then from here, Fire King Island, destroy Ponyx. Go ahead and get you the Runick. You summon Runick's effect. Pop Kieran activates. You get to summon this back. Then you have 2 monsters right here. Now, here, it depends if you really care about keeping this or you care about having a body. Here, it actually doesn't matter too much, but it's just depending on your hand after this. But Snake Eye sent both of these, which you probably always want to do. So you can get Flame Burge. Then you link these 2 off. For Sunlight Wolf, on here. That will trigger the Flame Burge. You can reborn 2 level 1s. That'll trigger your Sunlight Wolf so that you get the Kieran back. You don't need to pop no Barong or nothing. So you have Kieran in hand. Then from here you can do a lot of things. You can link those off into an IP, which I usually did. And then here you can pass, because then on your opponent's turn, they obviously have more cards in hand, but realistically you don't even need them because you can link this off into anything you need, an SP or whatever. Or you can Kieran, pop the Sunlight Wolf. That'll trigger Garunix. That'll trigger the Garunix to pop another Kieran from deck. Kieran can summon back the Ponix. The Ponix has you another card, your little Raigeki, or anything you need for next turn. IP can link into off an SP with these two. Into an SP. Or if you need it, you can make an Appaloosa. And then obviously you still have Sanctuary, so have worse. You can overlay for the Raigeki. And yeah, that's like the best combo, I think. And that's how I like playing it, because that way you don't have to worry about getting sacked with Ash when you try to add Kieran with Barong. So like Barong just never comes up with this combo. But yeah, that's a nice little combo that I was always going for, and it was just always insane because it literally took 2 cards to do. And yeah, that's why I wanted is insane. And leave, comment, subscribe. Like I said, I'm trying to give away this mat once we get to 1,000 subs, so get cracking so we can give out more stuff when we get to 1,000 after that. And yeah, peace, like, comment, share, and subscribe. We out.